All right, everybody. It is Tam telling tales. It's 7 o'clock on the dot. We're not in the drop top, but we are here on Facebook. We are on YouTube, and I'm here with a very special author guest. We're gonna let you guys get on in here. Once you come in, just come in and tell me, "Hey, girl, hey." Tell Tony, "Hey, girl, hey," and share this live, okay? So listen, I'm working on one device, y'all, and this is so different for me. I got one device. I usually got a couple of them, but it's okay. I'm gonna work this thing out because this is what I do. Okay. So Ebony is saying, "Hey, what up, though?" Stacy is here.
Hello.
So let's see. Boom. There we go. What up, though? That's a spicy picture, Ebony.
It's
I
cute.
Right? Ain't that adorable? I like it.
Sexy mama.
Yes. Hey, Joan girl. What's going on, Miss Joan Vassar? How you doing, girl? I got my book. I finally finished my whole collection. Just so you know, I got it. So, um, y'all come on in. Y'all also share this because we got some good conversation that's going on. You know, my author talks be on, y'all. My author talks be okay. So I need y'all to make sure that y'all are in the building. Share this while I'm telling y'all to share stuff. Y'all know I be needing to share stuff myself, right? So while I'm talking to you all, I'm going in here. I'm about to share this because somehow I don't think it goes automatically to my personal page. So let me get it to my personal page, but I gotta find myself on here. Okay. So while I'm doing it, if y'all want to go ahead and do the same thing, it's fine. It's fine. It's totally fine. Hmm. Or yeah, I don't know what I'll be doing. I'm so not tech savvy. I should be showing up, but I don't think I'm showing up. I don't know what's going on. Anywho, you all do what I told you to do. We're gonna take it old school. You know how your mama and them used to be like, do as I say, not as I do. That's what I need you to do right now, okay? Okay. So Ebony said the same thing that I said when she first got on
Thank
the stage.
you.
Ain't she so cute?
I got all done up for y'all.
Listen, I mean, makeup is. Did you do your makeup,
I did. I
girl?
did.
It's given a Sunday morning special from the MUA, honey. Okay, you did that.
Thank you.
Then put me to shame. I got on my friends and family shirt from church. I've been churching today and stuff. I should have put
Ain't
on a
nothing
little.
wrong with that.
Listen, listen. Yes, John says you are beautiful. Yes,
Thank
you are.
you. Thank you.
Yeah, so we are going to go ahead and get started on talking to my guest for this evening. So before I start, though, let me backtrack a little bit and make sure you all know who I am, just in case you're scrolling through, see this face, don't know who I am. Y'all, I'm Tam Telling Tales, and my platform is dedicated to numero uno books. But I do a plethora of other things, you guys. I moderate, I host, I commentate on books, movies, films, all of the things. And so, if you are into those types of things, then you should probably be following me if you aren't right now. So please make sure that you are following me. If you're on YouTube, please make sure that you are subscribed to the channel. Like sometimes you see people come up and you just know in your head that you're subscribed, but then all of a sudden you realize, like, dang, I never even subscribed to them. So just check and make sure. And y'all can share and like my page and all of the things, right? So now that you know who I am, everybody, I need for you all to experience this author with me on this evening. She has been rocking with EyeCU Reading and Social Network over the last few months, and it has been so amazing to have her there on the page. You guys know that EyeCU Reading and Social Network, baby, we read the books and we socialize, okay? And she's been coming in and doing all of the things with us. She is our author pick for the month of August. And we are going to be talking with author Toni Larue today about her as well as her book, our monthly selection, Her Sister's Secret. So, without further ado, everyone, give a virtual round of applause for author Toni Larue.
Thank y'all for having me. I'm so excited.
We are glad to have you here. So, Toni, tell us a little background about yourself, where you're from, and family life, and when you started writing, and all of the things.
So I'm born and raised in the Bay Area, so that's Northern California. I currently live in Las Vegas. I am married. Oh, I've been married for, I've been with my husband since 2007. I want to say we got married in 2014. Um, it's- and that's pretty much it as far as personal life. I am a crime thriller author. I want to say I have 5 novels and then 2 short stories.
Oh my, see, she do this, y'all. She does this, okay? So, tell me about when you actually first started writing. Like, was this something that happened recently or years ago? When did you first start writing?
I mean, I would. My story is probably similar to a lot of authors. Like, I can't remember a time where I didn't want to write. Reading has always been my first love, and from there, it opened the door for me wanting to write. I actually had a story of mine published in the 3rd grade. I can't remember what the story was about, the name of the story or anything. I just remember the teacher letting me know that I had won some contest and the prize was having your story published. So, but I can't recall a time where I didn't want to write. As far as doing it for a career, I want to say maybe '07, '08. I attempted to write my first novel. It's not in print any longer, so we're not
Oh,
gonna talk about that. But '07, '08, and then over the last maybe 5 years, I've really been taking it more serious.
oh, these last 5 or so years.
Yeah.
So I did not see what year the book that we actually read, Her Sister's Secret, what year did that one come out?
That just actually came out last month. So y'all got a
Oh,
new
it was
one.
new. Okay.
Yes.
Jocelyn is talking about the same book that we read because she said the last novel is good. So we talking about the same thing.
Thank
We
you.
just read it. Yeah.
Thank
Okay.
you.
And I want to make sure though that we talking about the same one. So Jocelyn, put in the chat if that's the same one that you're talking about. Her Sister's Secret, which means that you read it, which means that when we start spoiling and everything, you can be, fully engaged in the conversation because I have some things to say. I think I have some unpopular opinions
Okay.
about some of the characters. I'm gonna be expressing them a little later on in the
Okay.
live. So y'all don't beat me up like they beating up Funky Dineva on the social medias this past week. So because I'm gonna say
Yeah.
some things. Okay. Um. Um. Yep. Okay. So we talking about the same book. Yes. So we're gonna get into all of that. So back to you though, Toni. So I know that you have wanted to be an author, but tell me about some of the authors who have inspired you over the years.
Oh, easy. Eric Jerome Dickey is my number one numero uno. I also love Brandon Massey, Lisa Gardner, Karen Slaughter. I love crime thrillers.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of authors in that genre. Who else can I say? Carl Weber
Mm-hmm.
is a favorite of mine as well. It's so many of them.
Oh, I know that was a hard question. I'm sorry.
I know.
Oh, sorry about that. My bad. I ask tough questions, don't I? so hard,
Tough.
hard. I Brandon Massey, we discovered him, book club, picked his novel a couple years back. I think it was, we were reading Nana.
Yes, that was a good one.
And I honestly think that that book was probably when I realized that I was really into like the thriller books. Before then, I really kind of stuck to, whatever they picked in book club and be
Uh-huh.
historical fiction. That was my thing. But when we read Nana, I was like, oh, wait a minute, I like this. I like this a lot. And so from there, I've just kind of been getting into like all of the crime thriller stuff. And so
Hmm.
once we got to this novel, I was loving it. I was digging it so
Thank
much.
you. Thank
Oh, it was
you.
it was so well written.
Thank
It had,
you.
okay, I'm gonna tell you another reason why I was like, oh, I'm into it. It's because sometimes I be feeling like, people they're gonna throw some sex up in there, you know what I mean? Because you gotta put it in there, and then I just kind of
Yeah.
makes something happen for the book, like, oh, let me go throw some sex in there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This book didn't just throw it in there unorganically, it's
Mm-mm.
hey, just it made sense for it to be there. The little subtle flirtation, I loved it, and
Oh, thank you.
it focused on all of the other things and not
Yeah.
a romantic relationship. So, child, I always be jumping into talking about the books before I'm supposed to.
It's, it's okay.
I usually be needing somebody to like bring me back. I must not be doing too bad of a job because the book club ain't texted me and told me to get myself together. So
Well, that's good.
it must not be too bad. So now I usually play this game with some of my guests.
Hmm.
And I know I didn't tell you beforehand that sometimes I do stuff like this, but I just kind of wanted to spring it on you. It's
Okay.
totally PG, okay? And this is just for us to get to know a little bit more about Toni. So we're gonna play a game of preferences.
Okay.
So you just gotta tell me really quickly which one you prefer.
It
Okay.
sounds easy.
It is. It is. It's
Okay.
fun. Okay. First off, Android or iPhone?
Android. Mhm. Mhm.
Okay. Okay then. Let me see if we gonna get some hate in the chat. We'll check it
Okay.
a little bit later. Wheat or white bread?
Wheat.
Me too. Okay.
Mhm.
Frosted Flakes or Captain Crunch?
Captain Crunch with
Yeah.
berries.
If it
My
don't
favorite cereal.
get shot with the root of your mouth,
Oh yeah, if you eat too much, it's messing you up.
it's gonna tear you up. But it's so good.
It's so worth it.
It's so good. Uh-huh. Martin or Fresh Prince?
Ooh, Martin. Oh, that was hard, but I'm gonna go with Martin.
You
That
go
was
with Martin.
hard though. Yeah.
Yeah, Martin was in Detroit, so I'm gonna have to go with Martin. All right. Okay. Uh okay. This is a tough one. I know, but there's only really one right answer if you're gonna be on my show, right?
Okay.
In the heat of the night or Little House on the Prairie.
In the heat of the night.
All right. Somebody,
Okay.
somebody knows what to do. Somebody knows what to say. Because if
Yes.
you had said anything other than in the heat of the night, if you said anything else other than that, it was gonna be a problem, sis.
Oh man.
Okay. Okay. Uh, Going to a stage play or watching a movie.
A movie. I'm a movie girl.
Okay. I'm a stage play girl myself. Hmm.
I love plays. I haven't been since I'm from the Bay Area, so we used to have plays all the time. Not so much in Vegas. So,
Toni, there's a comment in the chat, and it's bothering my spirit. says I would have stayed in the house.
Uh-oh.
And I feel like she's just doing that. Just
Uh-oh.
that's what I think is happening. Tina, pipe down now, okay? Pipe down. You just got here, huh? Okay? You're late. And you come in here choosing violence. Don't.
Uh-oh. If she wants the smoke.
He clearly wants to smoke, and I'm gonna need for you to pipe down. Okay? Pipe down. Let's see. We got two more questions.
Okay.
Facebook or Instagram?
I'm a Facebook girl. It could be my age, but I love Facebook.
Yeah, I'm a Facebook girl too.
Yeah.
And then your last question. Tam telling tales or anybody else?
Tam, of course. Of course.
Yes.
That was easy.
Yes, see, I was gonna keep it fun and funky for you, you know. So we actually have us a comment here from Ebony. And she says the genre of crime thriller was unknown to me, but after reading four of your novels, I must say I'm really digging them. Do you
Oh, I'm
write
glad.
in any other genres?
Not right now, but I am dabbling in horror.
Oh yeah, that's a good transition.
Hmm.
Yeah, segue real good over into horror.
Yeah.
Now, in preparation to write horror, going from like thriller, crime thriller, what type of preparation goes into something like that?
Um, I think they're similar in a sense. So for me, it wasn't. It was just I just kind of studied. I'm a horror fanatic when it comes to movies. I watch horror all day, every day. So I
Mhm.
kind of already had an idea of what it entails, and you just kind of have to study like the structure. But it's pretty similar to not necessarily crime thrillers, but maybe thrillers in a sense. The format is pretty much the same, so it wasn't that much of a transition.
Okay, because when I think about horror, I think like blood, gruesomeness, ghosts and goblins, and all of the things. But then when I think about like crime thrillers and stuff like that, in the sense of, her sister's secret, where
Mm-hmm.
you're really kind of like on the who done it vibe.
Yeah.
You know
I
what I
think I think so. When it comes to horror, you have subgenres. So it would just depend on the subgenre. So the book that I'm currently working on now is not too much different from just regular thrillers. Like it's not really like monsters or anything like that. But think like what's a good like think Final Destination type, where it's still considered horror, but it's like a sub genre. So you're not really dealing with a lot of like monsters and things like that.
mean? Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, because I definitely in my head was thinking like Lovecraft Country when they had like all our
Hmm.
nephew and all of that stuff.
Yeah. And I'm not opposed to that either. I'm trying to, just kind of put my feet in it a little a little bit.
Listen, honey, do your thing. Okay, because what you're doing, you do well. So it's
Thank you.
very clear that you do the work behind the scenes to make sure that the product is of quality so us readers have a chance to enjoy your work.
Thank you.
Because like I said, I really did enjoy it a lot. I think I got me another question here or comment. Let's see. Ebony says, can you give us a teaser of what your horror book will be about? Oh.
Kinda. I could do a little teaser. I will say it is think American Horror Story. It kind of is in the realm of that, and it will be based in an asylum. And
Okay.
that's all I'm gonna say because I have a big announcement when it comes to that. So
And you know what? Speaking of big announcements, I know that writing good books is, a portion of it. But marketing your good book is a whole nother beast. So what are some of the things that you do to market your book and get it out there to the readers?
So I am starting to actually enjoy the marketing process. I used to hate it a lot, but one thing I would say is interacting with your readers to me is number one, because when it comes to support, people support you because they like you, and everything should be genuine when you do support, when you do interact with people. So I want to say that's like the number one thing that I make sure that I do. I'm very appreciative of anyone who reads the book, likes the post, shares the post, because they don't have to do that.
Mhm.
That is my number one marketing tip, is to engage with your supporters.
I like it. I like it. I'm gonna take your advice.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take your advice. I'm y'all gonna see my face more often, y'all. I'm gonna put a little rouge on for y'all. I'm gonna go live from time to time.
Yes, you've been doing your thing too.
Oh, I've been trying to step things up. So I'm taking Tony advice, y'all. I'm a engage with y'all some more.
Yep.
Okay. I'm trying to get on Tony level.
Yep.
So we have another question from the chat, and this is from Sam. She says, "What made you name the characters after birds?"
You know what? I wish I had some deep explanation, but I have no idea. I have no idea. So
Right.
Raven, Raven came first. I've always liked that name, and it wasn't until I was almost finished with the book where I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna name. I'll name the daughter after a bird too." But it was not some deep. It was not a deep reason at all. It just kind of unfolded that way.
Understood. Understood. Oh, we got another question. Oh, okay. How long did it take you to write this novel?
Okay. So here's the drama behind this novel. Anyone like my husband, my cousins, they know writing Her Sister's Secret was like a pain to finish, because so I had started writing this book sometime last year, and it just was not working out. The characters weren't cooperating. Like I had a whole plot outline, everything how I wanted this story to go, and nothing was working. So it took so many brainstorming sessions, so many deletes to get this story how it was, because when I tell you this, how it is now was not how it started at all. So I want to say it probably took, I want to say, a little over a year. And I actually wrote a book in the midst of writing this book, and had that one written and published and everything before I even finished this book.
Hmm.
Yeah, it was drama. They had me stressed out.
I love how these fake people be stressing y'all out.
Stressing you out.
I don't know why that brings me such joy to hear. You are like they are real people, okay? Like they have social security numbers and like file tax, everything in
Everything.
real life. Like, oh yeah, Raven stressed me out. This girl just wouldn't act right. I love this. I
They
love
terrible. They were terrible.
that. Jocelyn said, like Liz, she say, she didn't have to tap in, you know what I mean? Come, but she cooking and she got some stuff going on, but she had a copy of the book. She loved it. She wanted to make sure that she showed up for you and said, "Hey," and all.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. I
So we're so
appreciate
glad
it.
to have you here, Jocelyn. Oh
Yes,
yeah.
definitely.
Well, she says, the drama from this book had my head spinning. The politics storyline, however, for me was different and unique. I agree. I think that's why crime thrillers are really like starting to engage me more, because they typically delve away from some of the standard boy meets girl, boy loves girl, something dramatic happens with boy meets girl, and then
Mm.
boy meets girl don't be meeting no more. And right. But this one we
Yeah.
had like layers, you know what I mean? So I definitely agree with you, Jocelyn. It was a spin. I love having the politics. I love seeing, us in these big, important, prestigious roles, and still acting ghetto. I love it.
Yeah.
Okay. I love it. Uh-huh. I love to see it get humbled. We're gonna humble y'all. Like, yeah, I know you're rich and powerful and everything, but
Right.
y'all still be out here getting to them, red carpet events and clowning and acting the fool. See why y'all
Mm,
still
they
be
be a
down.
whole mess.
Whole mess,
Yep.
honey. Whole mess. Let's see. Oh yes, and the opioid use. Yeah, yeah, I liked it because she
Yeah.
was so functional. Okay, all right. Let me say this. Can we talk about can we go into talking about the book now? Is that
Yeah.
okay? All right.
Yep.
Okay.
Let's
I,
do it.
I really be wanting to make sure I give you your adequate time to talk about you because you are important. Okay. But this
Thank
here
you.
book, it's got a whole lot going on. I'm sure that I'm not the only person that's ready to go at it. Jocelyn clearly is. So, y'all, we are ready to start talking about her sister's secret. We're gonna be spoiling, okay? So this is a book discussion, which means we're gonna be telling the details. So if you have not read the book, you definitely should. You should head on over to Amazon, pick you up a copy. And if you don't want to be a part of the spoiler conversation, then I guess you can leave, but more so just put me on mute and leave me going is really what I'm thinking. But for the rest of us, we are about to start talking about her sister's secret, y'all. So if you got any questions, go ahead and start putting them in the chat now so I can make sure I can get to them as quickly as possible. Because sometimes there's a delay and stuff that we talk about, and then when I see it and all of that. So we talking about the book, y'all. And let's see where we going. Cause she ready. Jocelyn say
She
the family,
ready.
she said the family was just crazy and shows that even though we may live in that life, we still have problems. Absolutely, absolutely. Before we go a little bit deeper, Toni, do you want to give like your synopsis of the book?
Oh.
Now,
um.
if you want to, or I can. Ain't no telling what's gonna come out of my mouth. I might not get it
Okay.
right. So
Go
you
for
take
it.
it.
Yeah. I'm like, go for it.
You sure?
Yeah.
All right. So listen, child, we got a dope fiend, right? I mean, she's trying to recover, but she ain't really quite there yet. Okay. She out here, she finds out, boom, her half sister that she never really had no relationship with, dead. And some odd reason, she got this little tugging on her heart that she needs to go be nosy and figure out what happened to her sister because she feel like she need to go see what happened to her sister, or should I say, half sister. And so that's exactly what she does. She done took her tail over to these rich, half black, half white folks' house, clowning, perpetrating a fraud, because she thinks she about to find out what didn't happen to her sister. Because now all of a sudden she just so concerned about her sister that she ain't never had no relationship with. But that's her sister. So here she goes taking her dope fiend nosy tail over to these rich people's house clowning. So good thing she did because baby, we had us a very entertaining story because lo and behold, she ends up finding out what the hell happened to her doggone sister. And it was a roller coaster ride the whole way around. Whew, child. Okay. Oh yeah. And she a dope fiend. And did I mention she a dope fiend? And yeah, She dope ain't. Okay. So, she to save the world. Hi. The end.
I loved it.
What I got? That's what I got. Somebody gonna be like, that's not how the story went. That she was not on dope. Okay.
I love
It
it
wasn't
though.
dope. It was alcohol and pills and all of the
Some
other things that come
opioids, yeah.
with dope. I don't care which drug you're on. It's all dope to me.
Yeah.
Okay. It's all in one category. If you did crack, heroin, cocaine, meth, fentanyl, and all of the other dope.
All dope.
Dope. There he is. Okay. So now everybody knows the story. Boom. So we about to keep on going with our questions. All right. So Ebony says, do you appear as any of the characters in the story? Good question.
Not this story. No, these were all completely made up. One of my books, Elapse, the main character is very similar to me, but that's it. But
Mm-hmm.
not her sister secret. No, those
Okay.
people are crazy.
Okay, but are there any characters that you like relate closely to, perhaps?
Not really. I'm
Okay.
telling you, these people,
They was wild
mm-mm.
now.
They were, uh-uh,
Cause you just not about to be out here sleeping with your sister's husband and just like all
with no
extra
problems.
all feeding and patting over him, saying all of the just unruly things. I was just like, girl, your
She
mom
didn't
is
care.
reckless.
Yeah, she didn't
Reckless.
care.
I mean, she was wrong though for trapping that man the way that she did. But still, she had to play
She
her
was
like
a hater,
that.
yeah.
Right. She had to sleep with her husband like that. Now that
Mm-mm.
uncalled for. Okay. Okay. Sam says, I know I would have been pissed, but I kind of wanted Raven to establish a relationship with Todd. There was so much chemistry there.
That was one of the things that had me mad, though. Yeah.
I didn't want them
Mm-mm.
to. Just go on about your business.
That's why they didn't get a sex scene, because I was hot. Because I'm a girl's girl, and girl code is everything. And it's like, girl, that's your sister's husband. Even though she dead, like, that's always her husband. So what y'all doing? He didn't know, so he get a pass, but she knew.
So, unpopular opinion.
Okay, what?
I mean, is she really your sister though? Because I
She
mean,
is.
okay, she wasn't even messing with that woman. Okay, here go another unpopular opinion.
Okay.
She wasn't even that nice of a person for you to just be oh my sister, I'm not gonna do
Right.
that. She was a scumbag, low key. I mean, I get it, she's dead in the book, but she wasn't a very good person.
She wasn't, but
So
still.
if her barely half sister sleep with her husband that everybody knows they wasn't in love, I mean, is it really that bad?
But she didn't know all the ins and outs to that relationship. So she thought that was her sister's husband. She didn't know this, they was putting on. So
But
she
she
was
did.
wrong.
I feel like, but she found out.
She
And
did
once she
find out.
found out, like, how bad of a person Lauren really was, I feel like, listen, let's see where this go. Cause I mean, you could have went out here, came back into the family. Y'all could have been just, raising up the little baby and everything together.
That's her niece,
Happily,
though.
happily ever after.
That's her niece.
Happily ever after. Okay. I don't know you. She didn't know her.
She
She not.
didn't.
She didn't know her. She didn't know her, and I'm guessing Todd was fine.
Yes.
He clearly liked her, and he definitely did not have a traditional loving marriage with
Mm-mm.
Lauren, and she didn't have a traditional loving relationship with her sister. So I mean,
It would have been a little weird, though.
Yeah, they got
You
over.
know.
They got over. You know, they got over. Okay, so I have a question for you since we're talking
Hmm.
about this. So I'm giving you a scenario. Which is worse? Two close friends, two close friends, and one of them sleeps with the other's husband, or two estranged sisters and one sleeps with the husband.
Two close friends is worse,
See?
but two wrongs don't make a right.
Oh,
You
it is
know.
Sunday. Here you go. Oh, saying all of the right things on this here Sunday evening. Dang, making me feel bad. All right, I'm about to have to hush with all of my unpopular opinions.
No, I love it.
Okay, y'all. I'm sorry. Here I come. Here I come. They all in here talking, and I'm just running my mouth. Okay, it definitely started with a bang. Like boop, she's
Thank
dead.
you.
She dead. All right, let's see. See, don't think she was never concerned about the sister. I think with them being half sisters, there was some jealousy. See, yeah, yeah. You want to go? She's nosy. I feel like Raven was just more so nosy than she was like really loving and caring.
Yeah, I
You
think she
know?
took it on. She took it on, and she didn't really have to. And she made this whole big deal. Like she made it her problem when I think it was. I think she had selfish intent. You know, it was more
Mhm.
so. Oh, so I'm trying to get sober and I'm trying to follow these steps. And so since this situation was presented to me, then I need to, I just need to take it upon myself to figure out, what's going on. But it really wasn't about Lauren at the end of the day.
Nobody cared about her. She's
Mm-mm.
a bad person.
Right. Nobody liked her really.
Like
So,
her
you
husband.
know.
Okay. Oh, I'm so terrible. Somebody gonna use this and be like, "See, listen to this girl. She's a terrible person. She's trying to justify this." Hush your mouth. These is books, okay? We
Them
keep
books,
the
yes.
drama in the books and not
Fiction,
life, okay?
yes.
Oh, yeah, she was. She was out here. She was drinking the champagne. She was doing the tequila shots. Now, see, if you really wanted to stay sober out here in these streets, you wouldn't have went putting yourself in these, foreign spaces where other people be out here drinking and doing the thing. You didn't know what was going on with them folks. And you wasn't in a position to be able to be like, no, I can't drink that and all of that because
Right.
they don't know your story because these are strangers to you. Another reason why you shouldn't have took your tail over to the Robinsons estate like that. You liar.
Exactly, exactly. She should have let her ex-husband handle it. Like he said he was gonna look into it, and she just had to go and do her own thing and,
She
and
could
started a whole mess.
she couldn't sit back, sit still, and let that man do
Mm-mm.
what he done told you and showed you that he really ain't capable of doing, which leads me to believe that's why maybe you couldn't hold on to your husband either. But I mean,
You know.
these are just some things that I kind of was thinking about. Okay, Let me keep going. Let's see. Um, listen, that sister was stupid. So let's get to the actual real sisters that's like brought up together, same mama,
Okay.
same daddy. Yes.
Yes.
Like who sleeps with the brother-in-law? Cause what
And
is
they
you
all
really?
in the same house.
I mean, like the pool is right there. All of the windows. Somebody is going to see you,
She ain't care.
and
She
that's the
ain't care.
problem for me. Now, see, she could have got dog walked all up and through that estate. You understand? Like, cause it's one thing for you to disrespect me like this, you know what I'm saying? It's another for you to just be all up in my face with it, even afterward. Like, she a better one than me.
Right. It was
She
like
a better one.
the worst kept secret. Like they were sneaking around, but everybody knew what was
No.
going on with them. Yeah, like
Especially the mama.
yeah. Oh, she
She,
knows everything.
she knows. everything, boo boo.
Everything.
Smile in your face. I said, oh, well, Miss Patricia, you pistol packing mama, ain't you?
You know. She wasn't playing no games.
Uh-huh, she wasn't. Okay, we're gonna keep
Mm-mm.
talking about her too. Okay. I'm trying to get through these comments. Sometimes I get a little off track and I'm looking at the time. I want to make sure I get to everything. So she was the worst. I was confused for a minute until I got into the meat of the story as well. Yeah, yeah. These folks is terrible. It's rich folks. The money don't mean that you're better. And this just
Mm-mm.
goes to show it, okay?
Mm-mm.
She should have known something when she discovered the oh yeah, that they slept separately. That was it for
Yeah.
me. No, it wasn't. Come on. Let me tell you why that wouldn't have been it for me. No, it would have been it for me. Cause I'm just trying to think. Like sometimes people don't be want to be bothered in the
Yeah.
bed with people. Like he could snore real bad. You know, he could have snored real bad, and they could have still loved each other. But the combination of them not sleeping in the same room and nobody really caring at the funeral that she was dead.
Right.
Yeah, yeah. She said, "Oh, this they was networking. Like it was like a little
It
business."
was a party, yeah. It was,
Said no one cared. No one was talking.
yeah, like, oh, it's a little inconvenience. Don't worry. Don't worry about that. This was a
Yeah,
party.
wasn't a nice person.
Mm-mm.
So she
You
should.
gotta treat people good in life.
Mhm. Otherwise, people might sleep with your husband.
Maybe, you
No,
know.
stop. Let me stop it. Oh, because y'all gonna be taking me seriously. I'm so okay. Let me stop. Todd was a punk to me. Was he? You think so? I mean,
He tried to boss up a little bit toward the end.
towards the end,
Hmm.
I'm okay. Let me think on this. Todd, he was under his daddy thumb heavy.
Hmm.
That part, shoot, he got suckered into getting married to Lauren. Uh, I mean, I guess I can see where he could be a punk to some folks.
But it happens in those type of family dynamics. That type of stuff happens where like your entire life, your parent maps out your entire life. Like you can't do nothing else. You can't stray away from this plan. So it does happen.
You're right. I try to give
Yeah.
a little understanding and empathy for rich people problems because I don't really
Yeah.
have
And
them.
that's what it is.
Yeah, I don't
Me
have them, so
either.
I don't quite, know how to speak from experience on how to deal with them. But I pass a little empathy over their way a little bit. A
Yeah,
little.
just a little bit. Because it's definitely rich people problems.
Yeah, them is rich people problems. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So blackmail. He wants some money and prestige and power for me. Wait, could nobody come try to blackmail me for what? What secret
Me
you think?
either.
What secret you think you about to tell? What? Child, I telling myself then that this is what you about to do because I
Right?
can't.
Exactly.
Ebony says these characters were a trip. Which was your favorite and least favorite character to write?
My favorite character to write was Todd, actually. And my least favorite was Bianca,
Okay,
which was
yeah.
the trifling sister.
Wait, Bianca was wait. She the one that was getting.
She the one I was sleeping with her sister's husband.
Okay,
Hmm.
I was getting the sisters' names. I'm about to write that down.
Yeah,
Bianca is the whore.
the whore. Yes.
Bianca's the whore. Cause she was dead wrong.
She was. Yeah, she
She
was
was
my
dead.
least favorite. I think Todd was my favorite. And then the scenes with Kofi and Anika were some of my favorite scenes to write.
I like that dynamic too. Because I was really thinking like, man, she about to let Kofi and Raven get back together, and that's not gonna make me happy because Raven be on dope, and that was Kofi seemed like he was such a good guy,
Yeah,
He
he
don't need a
is.
dope fiend. got rid of her. She can stay over there.
Yeah.
I didn't want that for him. I really didn't.
Me
Um,
either. He tried, he tried and moved on. It's time to move on.
I'm glad. Yes, Anika, hold your ground because I was a good man. He's a good man, Anika. A good. I don't know why I'm like this. It ain't even nothing in my cup. Okay? This is tea. Y'all like my cup though? I'm just.
That is very cute. That is cute.
I got a story. I'm gonna tell some folks about this cup, but this not about me and my cup. This is about you. We still got comments to get to. So, hmm all right. So, two close friends in my eyes because oh yeah, This is back to the question I asked about which one is worse. Yes, two close friends in my eyes because in reality, two estranged siblings are two close friends. Um, they were half blood. Yeah, like y'all know my stance on it. Like,
Yeah. I mean, they didn't
they
really
didn't know
have a
each other.
relationship at
Like,
all. Yeah.
were they even Facebook friends? I mean,
Probably
seriously,
not. They
seriously.
hadn't talked in years,
See what I'm saying?
you
Why do
know?
I owe you this? And we don't. You don't even be seeing my stories on Instagram. Why? Why do I have to feel obligated? I see you. Okay.
Because you got to think, even Lauren's family, I mean, they knew she existed, but they didn't even know it was her when she showed up to the
Exactly.
house. So that's how the lack of a relationship that they had.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Um, I'm proving my point more and more. So let's see. Raven was nosy and she really didn't care. Yep. If she cared, she did. Why did she really delete the message?
Yeah. She
Mhm.
struggled with it in the beginning. Like at first she was just like, I ain't gonna worry about it. I think she was kind of just tired of being a F up, and she wanted to prove something to herself. And I think that was her motivation behind it.
And ended
Cause she
up
was a
relapsing.
screw up.
Ended up
Yep. And look what
minding
happened.
minding business that wasn't yours. Yep.
Exactly.
Let sleeping dogs lie, baby. Let sleeping dogs lie. Okay. Let's see. She wanted that high and she was going through the steps. She knew that the alcohol was gonna let her go back to being messy. Yeah, Raven was a mess.
Yeah.
Raven, she was a mess. Oh, I'm so glad Kofi ain't go back to her. I don't know what to do. And real talk, Nika, a better one than me because I'm not helping you. Remember, you do
Right.
not. Now, I might be willing to not put up a fight and fuss about things, but I'm
Hmm.
not extending myself for real.
Right.
I'm just not gonna do it. But hey, good going, Anika. God gonna bless you, baby. Uh the real sisters was trash. Right. But
Yeah,
dude
they
was
were.
trash too, and was because I don't think I gave him enough just due because he was
He
absolute trash.
was. Yeah, he was trifling.
But he was trying to like pull back, and here come
He
Bianca with
was trying to do the right thing,
her hot
but
eating ass. Cause I mean, clearly he was acting like a man, and I having no doggone willpower, and it's just like, okay, sir.
he was
Uh,
trying to put her in a place
mhm. He
a little bit
fantasized about one sister and went and slept with his and
with
went
his wife. Yeah.
with his. Yeah, I was irritated with him, but child, they do these types of things, baby. They doing it all over Tubi. You hear me?
All over Tubi.
All over Tubi. All of the foolishness. Okay. Yeah, sleeping separately, that was definitely odd, to an extent. Cause like I said, like, you might snore, or you just might get hot a lot at night. You know what I mean? And you always gotta throw the covers over you and off you, and over you and off you. And then the other person might not like stuff like that. And y'all ain't got that little bed where you can separate it out and y'all can still be in one spot. So y'all just stay in separate spaces. I'm not speaking from experience. I'm just
you know.
throwing something out there. You know? Yep, he was, but yeah, his hormones took over because you know how they get sometimes. Yeah. Being the nanny did it. I knew I knew that was gonna be wild. I did too. I said, "Did you really showed up at this people's house pretending to
Yeah,
be a whole nother person like they
a
wasn't
whole
there?
nother person.
How was you gonna get paid, Mama? Like
She wasn't thinking about none of that. It's
you was
like,
just listen. You know what? I guess she wasn't because she was sitting on a bankroll clearly, so it wasn't like she needed the money per se.
right. Technically, she didn't, but
But she definitely should have expected that sooner or later. We
like,
was
how long do you think this was? You was gonna get away with this? Like, really?
like, come on now, sis. Like, how long? And then you incorporating this child, and that was probably what bothered me the most about it. Like, girl, people get shot, killed about that. I mess around, find out some random stranger just been out here privately lollygagging with my child.
Right,
Baby,
right.
listen, you could have got your head blown off.
And that's why Bianca didn't want Ricky to tell Todd because she was like, "Oh no, like this ain't gonna go good." He would have flipped out.
No questions asked. I'm gonna lose it on you.
Yeah,
And you just out here pretending that you take care of children for a living. Like, and then you messed around and got your niece out here about to have died at a pool. Like, girl, you just ain't
still
learned
reckless.
no lesson.
Yeah, still reckless.
Still reckless. Like, what are we doing, Raven?
Yeah,
Like, I love how just I ain't even gonna say basic. I love how flawed she was.
yeah,
Like she was not the typical, heroine in the in the book. You know what I'm saying? Where she has all these great characteristics and stuff, and then it's one little thing that's wrong about her that make you still love her, and then she goes off and saves the day. Like that wasn't Raven at all. She
mm-mm.
had multiple things wrong with her. There was
A
nothing.
lot.
There was
I
nothing
knew it
great.
was yeah, I knew it was risky making her so flawed because I'm like either people will sympathize with her or they're gonna hate her. And people hate her
You
so
know,
much.
people may hate her, but I think that people are kind of like in this weird, awkward, neutral place about her too,
Mhm.
because she didn't have anything that was super, super wonderful about her, but the things that were flawed about her, you kind of can sympathize with her on.
Right,
So it was just like this clashing of your feelings about her character.
right,
So it was like, do I want to sympathize with her because she lost her baby, but
yeah.
I want to be mad at her because it really was kind of your fault, you know. So yeah, all of the things. So I absolutely loved how conflicted you left me and how I wanted to feel about her.
Well, that's a good thing. I
Yes,
try to make her well rounded so so people can kind of come up with their own opinion. And I do that with most of my characters. You're gonna see multiple sides because I don't ever want to just push a narrative like, okay, well, this is the character you're supposed to like. This is the one you're supposed to hate. You're gonna see all sides of them, and you make your own decision whether you like them or not.
mm-hmm. I agree. I like that too. Let's see. Ebony says, if this book was adapted to a movie, who do you envision as the main characters?
Ooh, that's a good
Oh,
question.
you got to send them questions to people in advance. You have to think about that. Like,
I'm trying to think. I don't know. She was I can't really think of anybody off the top of my head because she was a brown skinned woman, but like somebody similar to maybe like a Zoe Kravitz or something, but a black girl. She had the
I,
lock. Who?
I think okay. I'm seeing the vision. Y'all remember Tyler Perry's um Medea's Medea's family reunion, And that was the one where Lynn Whitfield was the mama, and the one daughter was getting beat up on by Blair Underwood. And then you had the other sister. I'm thinking the other sister.
I'm gonna have to go back and look and see.
Yeah,
I can't see her face right now.
she got locks. She brown
Hmm.
skin. She's gorgeous to me, but I think with the right kind of like put on, she could come off like a dope fiend.
Yeah,
But
a little
but
rough
still
around the
gorgeous.
edges.
Yeah, but still gorgeous enough that this
Hmm.
man gonna wanna get boomed by you.
Right, right.
Like, yeah, I could see that. So I don't know if anybody else sees the vision like I see the vision for Raven, but that would be Raven.
I'm
Um,
gonna have to go see what she looked like. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, okay, I like that. I like that for her. Now we're gonna think some more on the other characters because we still got a few more days in August, which means we can still talk about her sister's secret. Okay.
Yes.
And now, of course, we just been running our mouth and talking and doing all the things, and we've gotten to the end of our
That went by
show.
quick.
That hour went by too fast, didn't it?
It did.
Girl,
Hmm.
it's 7:56. I know I can't be keeping y'all out and everything all night because grown folks be having to get ready for their work week. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
But we do have one more question that we're going to take before we wrap things up, and that's going to be from Sam. And she says, "What made you make the mother the villain?"
I wanted it to be a shocking twist. It was supposed to be the dad at first, but I was like, that's kind of obvious. So I wanted it to be someone who showed up throughout the book, but didn't necessarily have a huge presence. Um, so when you found out, because she would make little comments here and there, to where it's like, oh, okay, she was always there, but you're gonna forget about it because she wasn't really a main character, but she was,
Important.
yeah, she was an important character.
Yep, she was. So everybody, if you tuning in at this very end, the mama did it.
Her
Ah,
mama
okay,
did
spoiler.
it.
You mad at me for spoiling? That means you need to have read the book, okay? So everybody, I want to thank you all for coming and tuning in to Town Telling Tales and our evening that we have spent with author Toni Larue. Please share with everyone where they can find you on social media.
I'm Toni Larue on Facebook and IG. Those are the two platforms that I use the most. So either I think it might be author Toni Larue on IG, and then just Toni Larue on Facebook.
Okay. And any new projects coming out soon?
That horror book is coming out in October.
All right. In October, just in time for Halloween,
Yes,
y'all.
one of my favorite months.
What you gonna be for Halloween this year? Do you know?
I don't know. I usually just be myself most of the time.
Jocelyn wants to make sure that you know that she appreciates her copy and she will be leaving her review because we are always encouraging everyone after you read the book, review the book. Reviews matter. Thank you everyone for tuning in tonight.
Thank you.
Tam Telling Tales thanks you. The ladies of EyeCU Reading and Social Network thanks you. Everyone, y'all have a great, wonderful Sunday night. A great, awesome rest of your week. Y'all, I'm Tam. I'm telling tales. Read a book.
Read a book. Thank you.